What's up, fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I said I would get to you. I've been getting messages and messages and messages. Where are the fire signs? You didn't do the fire signs this week. Y'all know you're my favorite. If I'm not doing your sign, it's because I'm literally running on a lot of different things. You guys are okay. What's up, Leo? So I do not take live request, Nini Jacob. I don't take live requests. This is not a personal reading. This is a general reading for the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hey, Celia, how are you? Dude, my thing is like being so annoying. I don't know what's going on. I almost want to switch it up real quick. Hello. Yep, we got Sagittarius. We got Aries. I saw Leo in the house. We have a little bit of everything, huh? If my laptop keeps glitching on the sound, I'm going to have to take a pause and like put the music up on my TV because it's really annoying. All right. So today is the full moon in Scorpio. Ooh, transformation. Letting something go, moving forward, breaking the pattern, releasing. If you really want pleasure, what are you willing to release for that pleasure? And I don't always mean it sexually, even though Scorpio does rule the genitals. I mean, in general, if you really want the pleasure that you claim you want, what are you willing to release to have it? Just a thought. This week we have some really annoying transits. That's just what I'm going to call them. Annoying. We have Mercury square Pluto, and we have Mercury square Leo. Mercury square Pluto today. And then Mercury square Leo on Saturday. What does that mean? Mercury rules the way that we communicate. Okay? Look at where you have Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo in your chart to know in which area of your life it's going to be annoying in. But overall, Mercury square Pluto is transforming the way that we communicate. It's really asking us to reflect on things nice and slowly and where we have been rigid. And then on Saturday, when Mercury squares Mars, that's explosive, that's argumentative, that's pushy, okay? So people might be getting a little feisty with you. You might be getting a little feisty with them, especially my Leos in the house, right? Or if you have strong fixed sign placements. All of this to say, these transits are very distracting. It's really easy to get ungrounded. Please pay attention when you drive. People are angry when they're driving. Please pay attention if you're riding a bike, if your kids are riding a bike. This is the kind of week where I would say, even if it annoys you and you feel like you have ants in your pants and you want to move so quickly, don't do it. Don't do it. Just take it easy. Mercury in Taurus is enforcing its lesson, which is slow down. Not my favorite thing, I'll tell you. I hate when people tell me slow down. But this week, I'm slowing the fuck down. Enjoy it. Take the time. Remember, what are you willing to release to have pleasure? That's a Taurus theme. By next week, we'll be in Gemini season. And the energy will shift up and we can go back to our usual speed. But if there's any week that you're going to slow down, make this the week. Okay? I really like this necklace, but I kind of feel like it looks weird. Maybe it's my shirt. I also can't make it longer. I wonder if I can like extend it so it can be longer. But it's like those little screw-ons. But it's really cute. Okay, let's get to it. Thank you for those of you who have been hanging out through my rant. I appreciate you. All right, so let's get to it. Fire signs, Aries, Leo. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun, moon, and rising. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun, moon, and rising. I know we have some Aries in the house. I know we have some Leos in the house. I know we have some Sagittariuses. suns, moons, and rising. Okay, everybody, let's take a deep breath together. Inhale. Inhale a little bit more. Hold. And slowly release. All right, let's see what messages our guides have for us today. What is going on with the fire signs, please? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They were very anxious to have their reading, so we're squeezing it in. Current energy for the fire signs, please. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. First thing I have for you is closed off in reverse. Guarded resistance. This is what it looks like upright. And then I have memories and nostalgia also in reverse. I have the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles here. And bottom of the deck, I have third eye clarity and the star card here, Aquarius energy. So this one was in reverse. Here's like the first thing I'm getting. The first thing is, I feel like you know that something's up. Like, you know something's up with that friend. You know something's up with this person. You know something's up with that person at work. Like, you know something's up. Like, you could sense that something is up, right? You might be trying to figure it out and like guessing what that up is. I'm not sure that you're exactly right. I mean, we'll see it as we get into the reading. But I feel like you know that something's up. It's like you're getting psychic downloads, right? And you're kind of doubting them. But what's really happening is you're kind of just getting like visions. Whether they look like visions or they look like feelings or they feel like feelings or they feel like thoughts, it's like you're picking up on other people's frequencies. Okay? With the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, I think what you really want is family security. What you really want is to make things right with your family. Or your family really wants to make things right with you. There could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that is making that very difficult. Or that's just prominent in the story, right? Now, if it's not necessarily about your family, I think that you're doing, this is annoying the shit out of me. I'm going to pause it for a second and see if it helps. Yeah, because it's super irritating. Where was I? If it's not specific to family, I think that you're really trying to put in the work for yourself, like the self-awareness and the thoughtfulness and the time to really like protect, to really take care of, to really nurture, to really water your emotional maturity. Does that make sense? Like you're not trying to be irresponsible about your emotions. You're not trying to be impulsive about your emotions. Like, you've recognized patterns that you've had with relationships or emotions or people that in the past have resulted in A, B, C, D, or whatever. And you are really actively, whether you're succeeding at it or not, you might have popped off already. You might be popping off next week. I don't know, right? But whether you're succeeding or not, you are truly attempting this emotional maturity and security that you know you're capable of. You know where it comes from. You know where the pattern started, and you're really actively trying to heal it, you know, be honest about it, communicate it, you know, be aware of it, you know. But I think this hyper self-awareness either has you like really tender or like also really agitated. Because it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even think that people truly understand how hard you are working at like being truly a better person, and they just cannot get with the program. But let's see what else we got. I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Let me see. Challenge, please, for the fire signs. Oh. You are tired. Let me see. You'd be tired, sleepy, but you also are energetically tired. All right. Okay. So we have the Sun, Strength, and Empowerment in your challenge. This is your challenge. We have Karma, Balance, and Justice. You could be dealing with Libra. We have the Knight of Cups and the Fool card, Aries energy. We have Aries energy, Libra energy, Leo energy, and Earth energy. And I also have the Chariot, Cancer energy at the bottom of the deck. Thank you. You can't touch this. I appreciate you. So the challenge is you are tired. You're tired. It's like, why do I have to keep being the strong one? When am I not going to have to be the strong one anymore? Right? When are things going to even out? When are things going to balance out? When are they going to get their karma for like the shit that they did to me, you know? Or when are they going to start showing up the way that I've been showing up for them, right? Like, I don't know how to make it any more obvious the way that I've shown up for them, you know? And I feel like an idiot. I feel like an idiot because I keep opening up my heart. I keep taking these leaps of faith. I keep believing that they're either going to change or they're going to see it, or that, you know, something will shift and they'll be awakening. I keep staying open, making offers, creating opportunities, being receptive to opportunities, and somehow, like, it doesn't feel balanced. It doesn't feel fair, right? And now it feels like you, with the Chariot card in your challenge, it feels like your wheels are spinning. You're like, I'm seeing it like your wheels are in sand. You know, I don't know if you've ever gotten stuck in the sand with like your car, or like stuck somewhere where like the wheels will start to spin, and it almost feels like the spinning wheels are like sinking you deeper and deeper and deeper into the like mud or the sand or whatever, and you have to like put a piece of wood under there to try to like get your car out. That's happened to me a couple of times, clearly. But some, like, you know, where it's like no matter how much you rev, no matter how hard you push, you feel like you are now getting tired because like you're doing all of this work and you're dealing with so much resistance, and you're having to be strong for them, and you're having to organize it for them, and you're having to create the offers for them. And it's like, when are things going to be balanced? I think the challenge is that things are not balanced right now, right? Now, challenges are not limited to, you know, other people. We also create our realities. So, one of the challenges here for you is that you do have to stop being a fool. Stop it, fool. You have to stop being an idiot. Okay? Now, this is different for different people. You're either working hard and not smart, right? You know, they say work smart, not hard. You're working hard. You're not working smart, right? For some of you. A lot of you, they said. You have to set some strong boundaries, and you have to honor those boundaries. And if they need to learn to swim in that water, you gotta let them learn, right? In the yamas and niyamas, which you learn when like you're learning about like yoga, it's like these laws, right? The yamas and niyamas. One of the laws is that an act of violence is taking care of something for someone else. Like, if, I don't know the exact language, I can't remember it, but if you have to carry a box up the stairs and I say, oh no, I got it, like I'm strong, I can carry it for you, I got it, and you carry it up the stairs for someone, you're actually, it's not just enabling. Yeah, you could be enabling, but also what you're doing is you're taking away a lesson from them. You're taking away a challenge that would have made them stronger, because if they carry the box up the stairs, then they are building the muscle that they are going to need to keep carrying things up the stairs, because that's not going to be the only time they have to carry something up the stairs, and you're not going to be there for them all the time. So they also have to learn how to carry the box up the stairs. And by taking that away from them, that is an act of violence, because you're taking away something that's ultimately going to help them build the strength that they need. Does that make sense? Right? Now there's this other layer, and I feel like I myself am resisting it in the challenge here, because it does feel like part of the challenge here is also like recognizing where we might be fucking up in either apologizing or forgiving. And this is tricky. This is tricky because this theme of forgiveness has been coming up on and off lately. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to sit with this idea because there's a lot of different, you know, things going on. And I feel like it's tricky. I feel like another thing that, and I mean, maybe that is a challenge, right? The challenge is that right now, I don't know if I don't know if I should forgive or let it go. I don't know if it's the right thing to forgive and like continue, or to forgive and release, or not to forgive at all and instead set the boundary and be like, no, like you are clearly not the type of person that I want to be connected to. So I want to be direct, and I don't want to beat around the bush, and I don't want to be fake, and I just want to be clear that this is what it is and there. But if I'm being honest, which I love that gangster shit, like I am all about it. Like be a fucking G and say it with your fucking chest, and let's get to it, right? Because that's how we're gonna fucking build the truth. And also, this is coming up as a challenge because I'm not sure that this is the week to be making decisions like that. It's a timing thing. Okay? To take action or not to take action. That is a challenge. All right, let's see what the advice is, because I'm dying to know. All right, advice for the fire signs, please. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Advice for the fire signs. This is interesting. All right, so we have freedom, leap, opportunities. We have guilt and sabotage. We have change and courage. 10 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Pentacles upright. Bottom of the deck, we have self-care, energy, and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a reading for all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising. So we have a big transit that we are preparing for. It's going to feel like a jolt. And it happens, I want to say it happens June 9th, June 8th. Okay, it's not too far from now. And that is Uranus moving into Gemini. It's going to change a lot of things. I don't think we realize. It's a 7-year transit. It will retrograde back into Taurus at the end of the year. So it's like we're going to get a taste of it, and then we're going to retreat a little bit. Let me just make sure on the date here. Oh, I lied. It's later. It's July 8th. So it's July, right? But we're revving up for it. So, the advice is that we need to be thinking long-term. That's the advice. And when you zoom out from the situation, right? Maybe it doesn't feel fair right now. Maybe it feels like you're giving a lot right now. And honestly, I am seeing that if you are, and you're feeling the way that we've been talking, like this whole like challenge, if you're feeling that way, then it's a good time to take a break, right? And to reinvest in yourself, and to plant some seeds for yourself, and to build for yourself, and to just collect yourself. Give yourself permission to collect yourself. It is not a season to pop off. Okay? It is a season to change within yourself, to have courage within yourself, to also look at scenarios where you might be carrying some guilt and you might be self-sabotaging, right? Because the part of you that just wants to go straight for the jugular and that just wants to go like, boom, like let's just make this decision and be done with it. That part of you is not thinking long-term. And a big like collective theme that we're all kind of getting in touch with is community. Sorry, I got a yawn. When I'm channeling, I yawn sometimes. Okay. A big theme is community and what it means to stay in community. right? And our community does not always, like, we don't always have the same like way of working, right? That's why some people are like the warriors and some people are the hunters and gatherers. But at the end of the day, it hurts me to say, it's so weird. It's like, I feel like there's so much like resentment and like annoyance right now. At the end of the day, nobody can do anything alone, right? Nobody can do it alone. Now, for my sun sign, fire signs, I think that it's time for you guys to make a change. Okay. And it's coming with, the change that you need to make with yourself has a lot to do with really being honest about yourself, and honest about who you are, and honest about who you want to become, and honest about who you've been to other people and whether or not you've been honest, period. For my moon fire signs, I believe that this lesson that's coming in, this change has to do with acceptance. And first of all, like, what have you been tolerating? That's different. What have you been tolerating? Sorry, I was getting a call. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. I'm just gonna keep talking. What it is that you want to tolerate, like, there's some things that you've been tolerating that you don't need to tolerate anymore, and that's not what I'm talking about. But there are some things that just you need to accept. Like, if you love someone immensely and you want to keep them in your life, you have to accept them. You have to understand what it means to accept the differences. Again, community, right? Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much, all of you, for letting me know. Thank you. And then for my rising sign, fire signs, I think this change has to do with changing up the way that you're showing up into spaces. Like, how are you walking into spaces? And making some decisions about what your intentions are before walking into that space. What would you like to receive? What would you like to give? And what would you like to take with you? Okay. I hope that makes sense. I know the messages are coming in that like separation, so I don't know why this actually never happens. Okay. Now, if you have an opportunity, if there's some opportunities that are on the table, these opportunities are, thank you, Holy Mountain Village. These opportunities are for the summertime. So you might have like an opportunity to take a workshop, an opportunity to travel, an opportunity to potentially do something you're kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of scared. Like, I don't know, like maybe this for me is saying like, go for it. Take a chance. Change is actually a good thing for you right now. Okay, now is not a time to finalize any endings, but it is a good time to learn something new. It is a good time to, change up the way you look. It is a good time to invest in some new things and some things that you kind of want to be a little risky about. It is a good time to figure out where you're holding guilt, because that's sabotaging you. If I were to ask you, what do you feel guilty about? Know what the answer is to that, because now is the time to let it go. I'm on, Tiger Girl, I'm on advice right now. So I'm not at the end yet. Okay, let's see what bottom of the deck, I do have self-care, and then I also have community. So also really pay, like, you have to tend to yourself, y'all. Like, take a spa day today if you need it. Like I told you, these transits are so damn annoying that like you may just want to cut everybody off right now because they're just so like dumb, and you're like, oh my god, am I the idiot or are you the idiot? Take some damn space, okay? And drive carefully. That's it. Like, take space and drive carefully. Like, and don't try to solve it this week. Don't try to figure out the solution about how you're going to address it this week. Like, please, baby doll, wait until we are in Gemini season, because these transits are so fixed, so like chaotic, that I feel like you would make a stubborn ego-based decision this week, and then you'd be like, damn, that was a bad call, next week. Right? So be careful. All right, let's see. Let me see what the outcome is. All right. Where are we going? What is coming in for the fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I do gotta check my drive time because I gotta get to Hollywood right now. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about, you guys. I'm actually excited about this. It gives me little tingles. I have little tingles like in my throat. I have little tingles in like my back. This is exciting. No, I'm gonna flip that one. Okay. All of these. All right. All right, so in the outcome, we have messages and dreams. Please be writing your dreams down. If you haven't noticed that those have been crazy because Neptune is in Aries now. So Neptune is hitting the fire signs now. And we're just in a different world when it comes to the dream world, right? So start taking notes, start getting a lay of the land in the dream realm because that shit is shifted, okay? Growth and summer. What did I say? This is a summer of growing. This is a summer of expanding, of communicating, of learning. Why? Because Gemini, Uranus is moving into Gemini. There's going to be a heavy focus on learning and unlearning. There's going to be a heavy focus on communicating and not just talking, listening, how to listen. Okay, so the summer is growing. In reverse, we have Venus and offer coming up. I feel like whatever's not for you will just not land in your lap. So don't even trip. Don't focus on it. Like if you don't worry about if like you feel rejected or whatever, you have so many other opportunities. 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. I see you collaborating with new people. I see people wanting to work with you. I see people seeing you as somebody that is abundant and resourceful. You're building your skills. You're building your understanding of yourself. And a lot of this summer, whoo, Jay, sheesh. Okay, they said it. A lot of, whether you're in a relationship or not, you want your relationship to go well or not, you might be focusing on your relationship right now, like what's going to happen with it, whatever. Remember how I said, do not focus on fixing it right now? No. Spirit is saying that this summer is about you. Independent you. If all of the things were to fall away, how are you standing alone? Not because, like, remember, we're also talking about like building in community, but we are not just in community. Like a community isn't a unit. A community is a bunch of different individuals and independent people that are bringing something to the table. So this growth and this development, ultimately, it's for the betterment of all of the community. But the only person that can build your skills, the only person that can build your self-worth, the only person that can build your self-confidence, your energy, your gift is you. You're the only one that can do it. So for this summer, Spirit is saying, invest in that, invest in those connections, invest in those conversations. There's people out here with new ideas that are going to help you create new ideas. Invest in spending time writing that thing, writing that music, starting to create, feeding the collective, but by feeding yourself, feeding your individuality. Okay. Now it's like, this is like such a tricky thing because what I'm not saying is be selfish. Okay. I'm not saying be selfish. Because we do live in like a very individualistic society, and that's not what I'm saying. You should definitely be conscious of everyone else. But right now, it's like Spirit is saying, tend to yourself, tend to your spirit, tend to your skill set, tend to your goals, tend to your heart, tend to your mind, tend to your energetic field, tend to your frequency. Why? Because if there's any time to be leveling up our frequency, if there's any time to be leveling up our manifestations, if there's any time to be like, it makes me think of like in Mulan, you know, when they're like getting ready for the war and they're like doing all of those. I don't know. I mean, this happens in a lot of movies, like the montage of like people doing all this fitness stuff to like get ready for the battle or whatever. And I feel like as much as we are doing it together, as much as we might all be there, like we are all individuals, you know. There's like the skinny soldier and the chubby soldier, and Mulan, who's like not even a man soldier, she's like this other mind soldier, you know what I mean? And so we should be tending to ourselves, yes, within our community, and we're learning from our community, but also, like take responsibility for you and how you're building that muscle. And if you're, what are you lifting, bro? Like what are you lifting? This is going to help to lay down a strong foundation, just saying. All right, let's see what the, I'll be getting carried away sometimes. Let me see what the Oracle card is for overall, and then we'll do the individuals, okay? We got here, this is the first one. It says, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. This isn't the book. Where's my book? There it is. Be bold and make the first. Oh, look, it just opened right to the page. It says, now is the time to be bold, bossy even. Take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and self-starting. They're determined and great at organizing. Drawing this card strongly suggests that you're going to need to be all of those things to get your ideal solution or position in the situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. If you're worrying about a situation, it's a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance. I feel assertive. I'm like feeling assertive. Take an assertive stance as you steer events where you want them to go. Speak up for what you want. If you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way to step up as a leader. The mantra for this week, fire signs, is I am taking charge of my destiny. I am taking charge of my destiny. It says, be bold and follow your heart and your emotions. Avoid being reckless or moving too fast. Boom. I'm repeating it again to you. Avoid recklessness or moving too fast. Come into your power. The time for action is now. Ask Ganesha, the Hindu elephant god, for help. I swear to you that with this outfit, I was going to wear my elephant belt. And I was like, oh, that'll look cool. And I just left it on my dresser. I was feeling the elephant today. I'm going to put the elephant on. I'll post it on my story so you guys can see it's a cute belt. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so Cardinal is all about leadership, right? Bottom of the deck, I have full moon in Gemini. It says the answers you need are coming. What am I saying? Wait until Gemini season. Now, technically, the full moon in Gemini happens in Sagittarius season, right? Because it happens in the opposite signs. But to me, this is confirmation that Gemini season is when we get the answers, is when we get the conversation, okay? So just wait. Be bold and take initiative for yourself, okay? I sure hope this is making sense. Okay, let's do the individuals. Aries first. Aries, sun, moon, and rising, where you at? Aries, sun, moon, and rising, where you at? Messages for Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Let's see what you got. All right. Okay. You got Kane, and it says life force energy. Bottom of the deck, we have Inanna. Believe in yourself. Okay, I like that. Kane's message is hydrate and nourish your body. Good health is returning. Are you drinking enough water, Aries? I'm not. I will though. I literally have a water right there that I'm like trying to carry with me everywhere. Clearly not in this reading though, so fail. It says bursting with vitality, Kane comes with a simple message. Your body would benefit from drinking more fresh water and eating nutrient-rich foods. No more microwave burritos, okay? All right. Kane doesn't come to judge you or lecture you about your dietary choices. He invites you to stand beneath his waterfall, soak up his rainbow colors, and tune into your body's real needs. Okay, your spirit needed a reminder about cultivating true health and life force energy. Now, I am an Aries rising, okay? And I kid you not, this morning, I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym, even if it's just for a little bit, and drink some water and get in my body again. I was like, no, I have these things to do. And I went back and forth. And then I had to come back. I had to stop at the house after drop off. And I was like, I should just stay. And like literally, I started talking to myself because it was my guides. It was like, they call me by my middle name. They're like, Paola, just get to the gym. Just do 30 minutes on the treadmill. Like, just get in your body. Like, you can always just cut it at 30 minutes and come home and be done. But just get your butt there. And I was like, oh. You're right. Okay, so you need to listen to your body. Why? Because no matter how spiritual, it doesn't matter how spiritual you are. You live in a body. You are a spirit having a human experience. And you cannot have a proper human experience if your health is not great, if your third eye is calcified by all of the sugar that you're eating. Like, they go hand in hand. I know, it sucks. Trust me, I want to bypass it with my spirituality so badly all the time because I love microwave burritos and I drink coffee for every food. The other day after we went at the city hall and everyone was like, want to go get lunch? Like, who wants to go? What do you guys feel like eating? And then they like, somebody came up to me, they're like, hey, so what do you want to do for lunch? And like, what do you want to eat for lunch? And I just answered, I was just like, coffee. Just coffee, as long as there's coffee. So, clearly. Okay. Now from the Spirit Animal Oracle, you got the humpback whale. Okay. And it says, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your aligned with your purpose and the power in your soul. Now, the bottom of the deck has Loon Intuitive, and this one says, listen to the song in your soul. So one, I would say there's definitely a message here about music, about singing, about art, about your voice, Aries. Sing in the car, sing in the shower. I mean, that's the literal, like that's like the literal thing, right? But let's look at some of this message some more. Okay, so humpbacks are the record keepers of the world. Whale people can connect to this ancient knowledge, but often don't understand where their knowledge is coming from. Humpbacks are the peaceful bards of the sea. The males sing long, complex ballads to court the female. They often sing in unison. Their soulful songs are frequencies that release tension and heal the ocean with love. Oh. Humpback is a great totem for the musician and composer. Singing is a powerful act that links us to our eternal soul. Music unlocks hidden joy and inner knowing and healing. Humpbacks travel long distances using sonar to find their way. Sonar can travel hundreds of miles. It's like asking a question and then waiting patiently for the answer to come back to you. Humpback mothers carefully tend to their newborns. They gently push them to the surface to breathe and teach them the way to live. If humpback is your totem, you have a strong protective force around you. Your telepathy and knowing are strong. You will navigate the vast ocean of life with grace and sure success. Call upon the humpback to teach you to unlock your many gifts and help you remember your history and place in the world. Peaceful, gentle giant, love, singer, teacher, record keeper. This is beautiful because also at the beginning, remember we talked about like there's something you know is up. Like this for me is confirmation. Your telepathy is right, bro. Okay. All right, let's get moving. I do have to go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Leo, sun, moon, and rising, please. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, they're flying everywhere. Okay. All right, so the first one you got is Aphrodite, Eternal Love. Okay, we got Aphrodite, Eternal Love. It says, where is she? Romance is flowing, celebrate your beauty. So Aphrodite rises from the sea to bring pure feminine blessings and lessons. Her radiance is showering upon you like a rose crystal waterfall. She takes you into a temple, attuning your energy to her rose quartz crystal. She says to you, beloved, see yourself as I see you, as an everlasting expression of the divine. Heal those old wounds of not beautiful and not lovable. Look into the mirror and see your true essence. Your relationships echo your relationship with yourself and the goddess. As you practice loving yourself, so you'll see the rebirth of self-love reflected back to you by your partner, friends, family, and the entire world. Renew your trust, as love never truly leaves. Your heart has a different healing pattern from your mind, so if you process heartbreak, listen to what your heart is saying. It says a new relationship is trustworthy. Open your heart. Amplify romance in your life with simple gestures like buying flowers for yourself. Book a pampering treatment to reflect your inner beauty and self-worth. And the mantra is, I cherish myself and create beautiful relationships. I also talked about like take a spa day instead of trying to deal with your problems this week. So yes, Leo, pamper yourself, take care of yourself. This is like a really important week to just love on yourself. And yes, the more that you love yourself and build your self-confidence and self-worth, the more attractive you are to other people too. Because I think you guys have been getting hit really hard by some of the astrology. I mean, I've said it to my Leo friends. I'm like, it's really hard being you right now because you're getting a lot of pressure. But remember, diamonds make pressure. So from the card, the spirit animals, you got the polar bear, mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Look at that. Look at how that happens. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Okay, so polar bear. It says, there's not a stronger totem to help you survive the challenges of life. Polar bears are revered by native people for their ability to travel through the veil and gather treasures from beyond. Polar bear is the one who carries the shaman to the land of spirit. Their stark environment helps them hone their psychic abilities. They listen to their intuition to find their way. Their incredible sense of smell helps them gather food and locate openings in the ice. Polar bear knows the wisdom of long rests and the richness of solitude. Those with polar bear medicine are likely to have faced adversity and become stronger from it. If polar bear is your totem, you are fearless. You're psychic. You're resilient. You will be able to swim through the icy waters of life and be a strong survivor. You have thicker skin. Do not let things bother you. If polar bear has just come into your life, know that your spirit helper has arrived. Call upon polar bear to create more adaptability, endurance, and fearlessness. So it's interesting because we talked about, like having the hard times right now. And I think you guys are having a lot of tension and you're being asked to really grow a lot. There's a lot of pressure, but just like it said, those challenges make you into diamonds. Like those challenges make you stronger, right? All right, let's do our final, let's do our final Sagittarius. Okay, sun, moon, and rising. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. This will be up on my Patreon, so if you want to support my work, follow me over on Patreon, and then you can see this full recording. Okay, Sagittarius. I know it's fun to get things for free, but sometimes energy exchange is the way that you get like the real magic, you know? Or feel free to donate if you enjoyed this reading. All right, Sagittarius, you got safe space, Nematona. Okay. Oh, they fell into my table. Okay, and then you got the Heron, patience. So let's first look at safe space, Nematona. Create a refuge for your spirit. Protect your boundaries. Become quiet and listen, for Nematona is leading you to a sacred grove. I'm bringing you safe and sacred space, she says. Your scattered and uprooted energies, they want a place to call home, both within and without. Do your best to make your dwelling a haven for the soul, no matter how small or temporary your living space may be. If your home hasn't felt secure, call on me to help. Okay, your aura, which is your psychic safe space, can be sensitive to everything to which it's exposed. When it gets overloaded with the weight of the world, retreat to your sanctuary. Meditate and ask every energy that's encroaching upon you to gently leave. Protect your boundaries without guilt. It's time to find some emotional safe space with a therapist or healer. And it says sanctify your space. So create a shrine or an altar in your living space, declutter, or do space clearing rituals. A happy move to a new home is in the works, and the invocation, the mantra is, with Nematona's blessings, I create healing sanctuaries. And then you got Heron, which message is patience, and it says, this is crazy how they're so matched up. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. All right, be patient, right? Also a part of the reading. Herons live in two worlds at the same time. Their feet are planted in the watery world of intuition, and their head is in the sky of the mind. They stand for long hours staring into the water at their own reflection. Introspection helps Heron people know themselves and understand others. They need to be careful not to let self-absorption turn into self-criticism. The Heron is usually solitary and loves the peace of quiet isolation. They can be very happy alone. Their shyness is not a weakness, but self-preservation. Okay? Patience is a virtue. Heron people know how to look within to find answers that can lead them to their dreams. If Heron glides into your world, take some quiet time in self-reflection and ask the wise Heron to help you know yourself, your strengths, and the path to your purpose. Okay? that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I love you guys so much. I'm about to do the mini. If you watch the mini one, please like it, comment on it. It helps me out. And I hopefully will see you all next week. Have a wonderful full moon in Scorpio. Love you. Cuídense.